Hi, it's Kane Hodder, Jason from Friday the 13th. You're watching Slash and Cast. Keep watching, or I'll kill you and your whole family.
What's going on, horror fans? Welcome back to another episode of Slash and Cast. My name is Riley. That is Nick. Before we get things started, a few things we got to say. First of all, if you haven't checked out our streams before, you should. We're usually playing Friday the 13th. I'm sure that's going to continue to be that way this week. We should have a few this week. On Tuesday, we'll be celebrating my birthday. First of all, thanks to everybody that said happy birthday on Twitter. My actual birthday is on Tuesday, though. We just celebrated on Saturday. Yeah. So if you want to just, everybody that's wished me happy birthday, want to do it all over again on Tuesday. No, I'm just kidding. But I do appreciate the early birthday wishes. Also, we're going to be at Days of Dead Chicago, November 17th through the 19th. Going to be fun. Fun convention. A lot of celebrity guests there, a lot of fun events, a lot of kick-ass vendors. Yes. It's a good time. You should come hang out. If you want to have a good time, we'll happily shake your hand and say hello.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be cool.
Yeah, make sure you also join our Discord server. You know, it's a great place to catch all of our content in a nice little community we got there. It's officially partnered. Thank you for that. Also, you join our Discord to be part of our movie nights. Our movie nights are exclusive to Discord. We have little drive-in type elements and intermissions. It's really fun. I believe this week we're doing the Kane Hodder Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah, exactly. We're wrapping up our F13 marathon across movie nights, which will be Friday the 13th part 7 through 10, and that'll officially wrap up all of the F13 franchise, and we'll move on to probably the Halloween franchise to finish off October. It's going to be a good time. But with that, let's move on to our topics of the day. Of course, first being Friday the 13th, a game. First of all, our charity stream was awesome. It got a little weird at the end. It was a whopping 13 hours, about 13 and a half by the end of it. We did kill Jason 4 times. Should have been 7.
Should have been 7.
Of course, there's always little bugs in there. Somebody that's stupid doesn't know what they're doing. You know how it is. You know how it is. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Now, at the time of us recording this, the total fundraiser raised across all teams was $2,131.21.
That's great.
Yeah, that's not too shabby.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. Our community, which is what our own supporting team, we had our own little group of just our fans, raised $250. So being small YouTubers and taking a decent chunk out of the charity was cool.
Yeah.
Like, it shows the power that is the Slasher Society, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I really do appreciate everybody that was there, and especially those that stayed for like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because man, we were struggling. I can't imagine it was easy for you as well. So yeah, I really do appreciate that, and hopefully we'll do more charity streams in the future as well, because that was really cool. I mean, having a purpose and a drive during a stream is cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, now let's go to the actual news regarding the game. First of all, Fox, Gloria Charles from Friday the 13th Part 3 is indeed coming to the game. Now, I don't think they planned on announcing this, but it was in the patch notes for PS4. They're like, whoops, shit. Okay, so we're going to announce her officially, and they did. They dropped it on Twitter. Nice, cool little image of her. Nothing like stats or anything like that. Now, the goal was to get her out in this patch on this update that would have happened at 13. I guess she just wasn't quite ready yet. Whatever, and at least now we have something else to look forward to in the future.
Right.
It is pretty cool, though. We kind of expected this to happen, mainly because they went quiet.
Right, like they did with, NES Jason. We didn't hear anything about Retro Jason getting the rights to the NES version, and then, boom, out of nowhere. I believe the trailer said, and there's this, and then Retro Jason came in. And yeah, the fact that they announced they were, asking for the community's help to find Gloria Charles' estate, and then nothing.
Yeah, right. So you kind of figured that they got their hands on it somehow.
Yeah.
So that's cool. We get her in the future. Whether or not she's just going to be a regular counselor or a hero hasn't been said yet, but based on the fact that they said that there's going to be 2 counselors coming, and they only gave us 1, it's kind of safe to say that she's just going to be a counselor.
Just playing, the devil's advocate. It was its own section of that those patch notes, because it said Part 4 Jason and counselor added, and then Fox added to the game. So, we don't know.
Yeah, is this the new Tommy Jarvis, or is this a new counselor all alone? I don't know, but we'll keep you updated, because we definitely have a video on her alone
when that news
drops. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Turn notifications on so you don't miss any F13 updates. All right, physical copies. They dropped. Most things went pretty well. Okay,
Mostly.
but like anytime there's something big with this game, there's always some drawbacks somewhere in between. First of all, PS4 got kind of wrecked all around this weekend. Their servers just
Yeah, they would be down for a long time, come back up for a couple minutes. We know we were streaming on PC, so we just had our chat updating us on that, and they're like, "Oh, nope, still can't play on PS4, still can't play." And that sucks. That really does suck, especially with the double XP weekend. I don't know how things, if they mellowed out after Friday.
Yeah.
Not quite sure on that one.
Yeah, so PS4 got screwed. Now what they're hoping, a lot of people are hoping that they extend the double XP weekend, because that's really the biggest hit. Like, you're missing a lot of XP. So, no word at this time if that's going to be extended or not. Hopefully it is, but if not, just keep grinding. Keep grinding. Buy a PC. That's my biggest advice. I know, it's tough being on consoles and want to play this game. You have Xbox that has, actual stability issues, and it's just tough to play the game on there in general, whether you have good connection or not. Then PS4, it plays better, but then the servers went down. It's finding a balance on over there is tough. Now, we'll also get with physical copies. We expected, because we knew that a Bloody Jason skin was coming to physical copies, along with the new clothing pack. It would be exclusive to the physical copy. But digital versions were supposed to get a Bloody Jason as well, with their own different pattern and whatnot. And just a different blood pattern, that's all.
Right, that's all the information we got on that.
Right, so we expected to get it the same day. The digital version was going to get a Bloody Jason skin as well the same day. That didn't happen. So if you were a digital owner and didn't have physical copy, you didn't have the Bloody Jason skin. And now those that had the digital version, when bought the physical copy, have to uninstall the digital version and then reinstall the physical copy, because the physical Jason, or the Bloody Jason skins and the console clothing pack are installed into the disc. They're not codes.
Right.
So, just take all that in.
And we also got some reports from our stream chat that people with the physical version could not play with those on the digital version.
Right, that's supposed to be getting fixed. It might already be fixed.
Whether that was just a PS4 server issues,
right?
Any server issues in general, or if that was the case.
Right, but it's like you're on a completely different build of the game if you're on physical and digital. Right. So that's interesting.
Yeah,
and you'll say so there hasn't. We went and bought a physical copy for ourselves. Speaking of which, I should have said this earlier, but the giveaway, we have one person that hasn't responded yet. I know this is late. I hope you watched this long, but we did give away during the stream all the copies of physical copies. So we announced the winners. I sent emails. There's one person that hasn't responded. If I go another 48 hours, maybe a little less, I'm gonna have to pick someone else. So
right, and we we'll probably pick that on one of our live streams.
One of our live streams, yeah. So if you haven't checked your email, please do. Okay, goodness. Yes. All right, but yeah. So the physical copies, they they have to. We got one. We're gonna go make a video on it. Nobody's done it really yet at all. I don't know why. So we're gonna have, I think, 2 separate videos. One covering the entire clothing pack, and then one covering all the Bloody Jason skins, how they look and whatnot. So if you're interested in such a thing, well, stay tuned to the channel.
Right.
It should be out on either the day you're watching this, later this evening, or it'll be out tomorrow.
Right. Make sure you click the notification bell under the subscribe button.
Yeah. So you never miss a live stream or video in the future. But that's pretty much it for F13 news all around. It was an exciting weekend in the community for sure.
Yes.
Had its ups and downs, but solid. And we had the charity event all around. I'm not sure if Gun has announced officially what they're donating. I don't know if they're actually just matching that $2,100 or if they're going to go ahead and just jump to $3,000.
Yeah, no word on that yet, but I'm sure we'll get one probably the day you're watching this.
Yeah. All right. With that, let's move on to our next topic of the day. This is a really cool one, okay, because we haven't talked about it in a while. To hell and back, the Kane Hodder story, okay? The Los Angeles premiere is tomorrow. I know this is last second, okay, but it's tomorrow, Tuesday, October 17th at 7 p.m. at the TLC Chinese Six Theaters, okay? So, now we got the opportunity to see the film earlier, so you should check out our review of it, because let me tell you, it's awesome, all right? This is one of, not just because if you're a horror fan, you're interested in Kane Hodder and whatnot, but it's a really great human story.
Right.
So if you're not a big fan of horror, which I don't know why you'd be watching the show if you're not, but that's not the point. It is really an interesting story. and it's a great one as well.
Yeah.
So now a Q&A with Kate Hodder, moderated by Brian Collins of Birth, Movies, Death, follows the screening. Also, their Halloween sale, this is really cool, is now happening with up to 30% off and free domestic shipping at katehoddermovie.com/shop.
Link in the description.
Yes.
They got some really cool stuff on there.
Yeah, might have to waste some money on the shop because the cool posters, the pocket knife, I'd want it.
Limited pocket knives, signed by Kane Hodder himself.
Yeah, really cool. So
Yeah.
if you're in the LA area tomorrow, you got nothing planned on your Tuesday night, you should go check it out. It's pretty awesome, and a theater experience for it would be even cooler.
Right.
So with that, let's move on to our next topic of the day, which is Halloween 2018. Coming back to it now, we said last week, and the week before that, and probably the week before that, and we've been talking about for a while, that it's probably going to be a direct sequel to Halloween 2. Now we found out that isn't the case, okay? Even though John Carpenter is directing the new Halloween movie, he is to be heavily involved in production. Instead, it's David Gordon Green of Pineapple Express. I know that sounds weird, but trust me, he's a talented individual, okay?
Yeah.
Now, he co-wrote the script with his frequent collaborator, Danny McBride, who was involved in Alien Covenant. And according to Carpenter, their script is not only impressive, but it completely ignores everything beyond the first movie and exists in an alternative reality.
Right. So Carpenter said it's kind of a, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost an alternative reality. It picks up after the first one and it pretends that none of the others were made. It's going to be fun. There's a really talented director and it was well written. I'm impressed.
So you could take this any way you want. So there's people are having a tough time letting go of 3 through 7. 3 through, yeah. It's, and then you look at it and it's like, I don't know how they're going to do it. Because even though I agree, some spoilers coming in here for like Halloween 2 and whatnot, but just a heads up. You reveal like that she's a sister and whatnot. If that's not there anymore, what happened on the rest of that night, right? You have to establish that somehow, because we see him at the end of Halloween. He gets shots. I shot him 6 times. Okay, he falls out off the balcony. They go look for him, and he's gone already. And all you do is hear his breathing, and you see shots of what we've gone through the whole night. Now, that's the case. Where'd he go? Because this film, as confirmed as can be, based on what HalloweenMovies.com is saying, is that it is 40 years later.
Right.
What did he do for 40 years?
Right. And how are they going to, tell us that story? And even you have to, wrap that up, right? You have to wrap up what happened the rest of that night.
Right.
Are we going to get one sentence? Like, oh, remember that night in the hospital? That was a good one. All right.
Yeah. I don't know what you really do. And would you take away the sister element?
Right.
His idea of being so locked onto her is a little weird to me. I don't like. I get it. He's pure evil, and he locks onto something, and he's just gonna keep stalking her for that reason. But like the sister thing, I can at least get behind. Like in Halloween H2O, him following her all the way to California, right? Like that made sense to me. But
where has he been these 40 years?
Right. And
where has she been? Has she been, sort of locked up, like kind of like she was in H2O, separated from society?
Yeah, or like. Oh, man, I don't know. It's seriously going to be really interesting. The question is, does it take place in Haddonfield? I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'd like to come back to, like, the town of Haddonfield. But, she could have moved away. She obviously has a daughter now, because we confirmed that Judy Greer is playing Karen Strode.
Right.
But if, Carpenter's saying that it's well-written and that he's impressed, I have to guess that it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Just to me, I'm trying to think creatively what they could do, and I don't know where they're going to take it to the point that the fans will buy in.
Exactly.
But hey, if Carpenter likes it, I'm sure I will too. So now, of course, we do know Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back. We've gone over this with her final confrontation with Michael Myers. Now, Carpenter said that he previously might be doing the score. This was a really big deal at the time, but Carpenter has officially confirmed that he is doing so. It is official. Carpenter is definitely scoring the film. We kind of figured.
Yeah, right.
But now it is officially confirmed that he's doing it, so that also adds to the excitement in general. So
right. So courtesy of Billboard.com, we learned that it is official. He said He's not only is he producing, but it is clear that he also made a deal to perform the music. Carpenter throws us a bone as we're talking a little bit about what can expect from it. Quote, there are many options. I'll be consulting with the director to see what he feels. I could create a new score. We could update the old score and amplify it, or we could combine ththose two things. I'll have to see the movie and see what it requires.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
it really
cool.
is.
He said, now this is you've only seen this interview if you've gone to see Halloween at theaters, because they have an exclusive interview with him that plays before anytime they watch it in a movie theater. And he says something along the lines of, I'm not thinking of a score when I'm, making the film and I'm watching it, but until I get in past the cutting room floor and I'm sitting there and I'm listening to it, the music just kind of pushes itself. And it's all about the mood I'm trying to set there.
Yeah.
So I imagine he has quite a bit of new score in there, but being able to take the old score and amplify it up too in the combination with the new, he's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Obviously very talented. It's interesting because he actually doesn't know music very well.
Right.
Like, he can't really write a note. He just knows, like,
what sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much. So that's going to be super cool. The movie at this time is still set to arrive on October 19th of 2018. So about 369 days from now, we'll be in the watching it.
Right.
Hopefully we find a drive-in to see it, because that would be cool.
Do we go opening night or do we go the next night to the drive-in?
We're going to go both.
I can't complain about that.
That's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to go to both, okay? All right, let's move on to our next topic of the day, which is Fear the Walking Dead. Now, we don't talk about this much because I'm actually not really interested in the show all that much, personally. But ever since the AMC spin-off series Fear the Walking Dead began, the topic of a possible crossover between The Walking Dead has been just crazy amongst fans.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like that crossover is finally going to be happening, as creator Robert Kirkman revealed at the New York Comic-Con. He said, quote, there is one character that's going from one show that I will not name to another show that I will not name. He added as well, quote, this is a huge event in the world of The Walking Dead. Okay. So that's interesting. Okay. My guess is that somebody from Fear the Walking Dead, like I said, I don't really know the show very well, but I obviously understand that Fear the Walking Dead is, like, in a prequel sense to The Walking Dead. It's early on in the apocalypse sense. Basically during the time that Rick was in a coma, right around there, all that breakdown. So, I imagine somebody from Fear the Walking Dead survived this entire time, has been isolated, and then they get found in The Walking Dead, become part of, like, that group. That's my guess. I can't imagine anybody from The Walking Dead going to Fear the Walking Dead.
Right.
You know what they might do? This just came to my head. They could do Glenn.
That as soon as you said that, I was thinking that too.
They could do Glenn. That's a good way to bring him back. I'm just saying that actually might happen.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm just saying that might happen. Who knows? But it's easiest to do it. Fear the Walking Dead goes to Walking Dead, because that just makes sense.
Right.
Now, while no further details on the crossover are available at this time, we do know that this is expected to take place within the next year. So, not that far out, ultimately. Now, we'll continue to bring you as much as we can for The Walking Dead in general. Of course, Season 8 of The Walking Dead is premiering on October 22nd, and Fear the Walking Dead is wrapping up its Season 3 finale on October 15th, which is, it's nice that they go hand in hand. You pretty much always got Walking Dead in some sense.
Right.
So Season 8 is going to be interesting for The Walking Dead, if you remember how Season 7 ended.
And the little teaser trailer, the trailer we got a few months ago.
Yeah, of course, with that
5-minute trailer.
Yeah, like the coma dream stuff going on.
Yeah.
Of course, if you read the comics, you might see where that's going, but I'm just saying. Who knows? All right, let's move on to our next and last line of news today. Beetlejuice 2.
Woo!
We talked about this quite a while ago, and now if we're going back to like December of 2014, the reports of Beetlejuice 2 have been like strong. Like Tim Burton and Michael Keaton were both speaking highly of the idea of doing another movie together. Burton even went on to say that a sequel is closer than ever at one point. Winona Ryder, who portrayed Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice, has also shown interest in a sequel. Now, last year it looked as though the ship pretty much has sailed, that they're not doing it, that they're just threw it out the window. Not going to happen. But fast forward to present time, and we have some more news. Deadline reports that Beetlejuice 2 is now back in development and has pegged Mike, I'm going to butcher this last name, Vukadinovich. Something along those lines. Yeah. To rewrite the screenplay. Vukadinovich is known for writing Rememory. Now, nothing has been confirmed at this time. Okay, keep that in mind. but the site is reporting that both Tim Burton and Michael Keaton are excited to do the project. Okay. Once again, this is all shit we've heard before. Like I said, back in December of 2014, they were good to go. They were like, yeah, it's happening. We're doing it. Let's go. And then it got kind of shelved, and now they're coming back to it.
Yeah, adding Mike, adding this new writer, that actually does bring a decent amount of hope to the Beetlejuice sequel.
Yeah, hopefully they do it justice.
Right.
I don't really, I'm not a big fan of cash grab sequels, cash grab remakes, and stuff like that. I don't see Beetlejuice 2 being anything other than a cash grab sequel.
Yeah.
All these years later, it seems very unnecessary, unless they're actually driven by a solid script. But now the fact that, they shelved it for a reason, and then they also, the fact that they had to go back and get a new writer to pen it
right.
and rewrite it makes me nervous. It just kind of screams cash grab sequel to me. Unnecessary, ultimately. But hey, that's the life of horror right now in general.
Yeah.
It just isn't exactly horror, but we're in the cash grab sequel and remake life right now. Of course, I mean, you can even pull Halloween if you want to, 40 years later. But at least they're going with something strong and original and new. What else are we going to see next, Speaking of which, Jigsaw premieres October 27th. That's coming up, too. So we still got a couple weeks left in October. Let's hope for the best.
And Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. What do we see first? Stranger Things. No. All right, so that's going to wrap up Slash and Cast today. As always, thank you guys so much for the support. And thank you so much for watching. Editor, roll that outro. Hey, you. Thanks for watching this episode of Slashcast. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and click that box right down there to check out last week's episode.
Also, if you want to check out the film the fans are calling the best fan film of all time, make sure you click that box right down there to check out our Friday the 13th fan film.
While you're at it, click that circle right there to subscribe to our channel. Never miss a video again.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.